Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
Face with that crap.
What's going on, y'all? Shout outs to everybody in the building. I am your gracious host, DJ ÇüČkİD, right back at the helm of today's show. Shout outs to everybody in the building. What's going on, Alan? Shout outs to Aaron B, UFO Kamikaze. Shout outs to Ice Cube, Don Philly in the place to be. What's going on, player? Shout outs to everybody in the building. Yeah, man. I heard a little bit about TLA. I saw some people in the Discord laughing at him, which is fucked up. But I hope he's okay. What exactly is going on with them? And rest in peace to Dikembe Mutombo, man. You know, does TLA have cancer also? You know, after a while, like I said, there's a lot of stuff in the West that they've proven to cause cancer later on, in a lot of people. So, like I said, we got to be careful out here. I think I heard they said that he probably has, or I think he did a stream, teasing or alluding that he has cancer. And I didn't know. I just saw a whole bunch of brothers in a server laughing at him, and I'm like, damn. What happened to him now? And then I see, I saw him teasing towards that he probably may have cancer. So, and that's sad and unfortunate. I hope he doesn't. I hope he's good. I hope he stays safe. I hope he pulls through. That shit's fucked up. Yeah, that shit is fucked up. Shout outs to everybody here. Y'all hit the like button on the way in. We need at least 5 contributors on today's show. Quick show today to hit our goal. You know what I'm saying? It's the 1st of October. It's gonna be pretty scary, man. This whole month, man. We've got a lot of stuff going on, especially in these YouTube streets, man. I am your gracious host, always here at your beck and call, giving y'all some good information. I hope you guys are having a good morning. Started a little bit late today, but we on our way, man. It's the game. It's Player Talk Radio. One second. Yeah, man, I've been putting in a lot of work, man. Hold up. Make sure these cords are connected. That we run in the right system. So, we'll get on top of that. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so what's going on, Cap? How you doing? Shout outs to everybody here. So yeah, pretty crazy. Coming off of a couple of crazy shows. The Tariq Nasheed show was pretty good. I see he got some other stuff out. Let me see. I had some stuff lined up for today, and that whole folder got deleted. I don't know how it got deleted, but the topic of today's show is, the cuck and the courtesan class. In Black culture, we've been talking about a lot of different things, going on in the culture. Dealing with both Black men and Black women, and what we got going on is the cuck and the courtesan class. You know what I'm saying? Well, WV King, you can subscribe to the channel, but you're late as fuck. Like, I don't know how much, like, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, man. Because I was going to talk about it, but not too much. But I don't know how much Diddy content y'all want, bro. And this is why I call Black people the courtesan, the cuck class. Black men are the cuck class. There's really nothing interesting about the Diddy case. There's really no solid evidence about the Diddy case. It's just all hearsay and lawsuits. Black men are cooked, I was just about to get into it, Okay, you said I'm tired of hearing about the Diddy shit. Well, okay. Well, we did a bunch of shows on it. I'm about to do another show on it later on, but there's really no evidence. The only thing that came out recently. Here, I'll show you the only thing that came out recently. Let me put y'all on some game. Hold on. Only thing that came out recently is another accuser, which we told y'all that was gonna happen. And I can't even find it now. I had it lined up for y'all. I gotta go find it. The only thing that came out recently is another accuser. And you said make sure you check the rice cooker. Oh shit, hold on, y'all. Shout outs to Cap. Shout outs to my boy. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Shout outs to my bro Big Cap, starting the show off right with the $3 on the Cash App. I appreciate it. I'll check the rice cooker. Let's get it.
Look at that guy. What? I know fucking well one of them plates belong to them children. Well, look at this shit here. Now look at the goddamn cone of spaghetti left for the fucking kids. Cause this large bitch got the whole fucking pot to herself. I hope one of them goddamn noodles go down the wrong pipe and choke the damn hell out of her. I'll never eat another goddamn bite of spaghetti again. You just fucking ruined it for me, you dumb country bitch.
Shout outs to Cap, man. Thank you for dropping the huge 3 on the Cash App, getting the show started. Yeah, man. So what I was saying was like the accuser that I saw is another accuser. But basically, it was a lawyer. It was a female lawyer. She was saying that there was a guy that contacted her because she saw the tape. And she said that this celebrity was recorded at Diddy's house, and it was a tape that was going around. And she had to contact the person because they were like, oh, well, hey, I need you to take this tape off the market, or you might need legal representation, once this tape comes out or whatever. Because basically, you know, basically they were saying that, you know, the tape could cause a lot of problems. You know, the tape could cause a lot of problems. And hold on, y'all. Why everybody want to reach out to me now that I'm live? Basically, the tape could cause a lot of problems. That's what they were saying. You know, and they said that the person that was on the tape is actually more famous than Diddy. You know? So, I mean, I really don't get it. What's going on, Dub? I really don't get it. But it's like, bro was being accused of shit that niggas was doing in the 90s, you know? I'm not gonna tell y'all to, you know, go make tapes, and I'm not gonna tell y'all to, you know, have, you know, orgies and all kinds of weird parties and shit like that. But, you know, that's what was going on in the 90s. You know, freaky music, R&B was still around. It was a different time, you know. So when you got, like, you know, younger kids now observing that shit, they don't know how to, man. They're trying to recreate that shit with the internet. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. This generation is worse than the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. There's, you know, S tapes going all over the place or around everywhere, right? But what about OnlyFans? What about OnlyFans? You know, what about the list crawler? What about Backpage? What about Craigslist? What about all of these other little you know, things that this generation has got going on? Somebody gonna in the future gonna look back on it and be like, hey man, you know, that's fucked up, or say whatever they gotta say. Or what about this whole YouTube thing? One day what we're saying on here might be crazy and illegal tomorrow. That's the world today. You know, that's the world that we lived, and live in. You know, absolutely. That's the world that we live in. So it's not much to say. I mean, like they you know, other than like the defaced the defaced AR-15s, ain't nothing really coming down on Diddy. I mean, other than the trafficking and stuff like that, and maybe a couple of assault charges and stuff like that. But they said that he didn't want to take a plea deal. He said he gonna fight it head up. I don't know. We gotta see. Because now everything is Diddy's fault. You know, the rent is high, it's Diddy's fault. Y'all go shopping at the mall, and there's no baby lotion on the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, on the goddamn shelf. It's Diddy's fault. Everything is Diddy's fault. You dig? What's going on, Broad Slap Power God? EG asking me a weird ass questions. How do you feel about the whites being slaughtered in South Africa? Nigga, I don't know. I don't know, Mr. White Man. And blacks don't pick and choose racism, sir. That's another thing I'm seeing too in you know what I'm saying, in these spaces. Y'all got a whole bunch of what time you out for that? Because I don't know if you really black or white. I don't know what the hell you are. But anyway, y'all got a lot of, you know, people in these spaces inviting white people onto their panels and shit like that and getting called the N-word just straight up. Still, remember I did a show about it a week or two ago? It's still going on till today. So, thank you, Bronze Flat Power Guy. I want you guys to hit the like button and support the show. Like, honestly, congratulations, man. Y'all got the space y'all paid for. Y'all got the space y'all paid for. Y'all got the space y'all always wanted. Doug, you've been here too. You see how bad this space is going down right now? Niggas running around here looking for gossip content. You can't tell me you ain't seen it, Doug. So that shit is crazy, man. This is space y'all wanted. Lead attorney got cancer. I'm seeing people laugh at him instead of help him out or wish him well. Veterans that's been proving themselves and putting in the work for y'all still got to ask for support. The fuckery gets support. I don't want to hear no nigga complain about this damn space anymore. All these new people that I told y'all were going to come in here and start fucking up the space, here you go. Now you have it. Right, I believe so too, Doug. I don't buy the shit with Diddy also. Yeah, man, everybody hit that like button and the Cash App, man. Yeah, a lot of their stuff causes skin cancer. What's going on, Fasting? Always good to see you, man. Yeah, they said the lead attorney's alluding that he might have cancer, and I'm seeing brothers laugh at him and stuff like that. I wonder if he caught it early, because me and the compound for stage 1 and 2 cancer, but once it get past 3 or start creeping into 3, I really can't help. Y'all definitely hit the like button, support the show. We're so behind on support for the show, it's ridiculous. I definitely want to do an extra show tonight, but I need you guys' help. All right, y'all hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, buy your boy a coffee. It's all appreciated. And I hope the lead attorney's doing good. We'll check it out. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick, and then we'll go check on the lead attorney. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up to show y'all what I'm talking about real quick. Hold on. I'll go find this real quick. Now that I'm looking for it, it's not coming up. Which is crazy. Okay, yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit later. All right, so this is what's going on in the case so far.
LL Cool Bay.
Yo, you happy for me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why?
I don't know. He just
Shout outs to Big Cap. I appreciate you, man. Definitely. Absolutely. Let's get it. So his attorney just gotta go because they hoodwinked his attorney. You know what I'm saying in the beginning. So honestly, there's still no concrete evidence, honestly, what Diddy did. I mean, if you're gonna say trafficking, okay, you can say trafficking, but what they're considering trafficking is women getting flued out, you know? And the crazy thing is that Young Miami is on some of them tapes. All kinds of people are on some of them tapes, with consent or not. So now, Charlemagne lied right here. Charlemagne lied right here, okay? These people said that, remember how I was telling y'all for years, how the hell was there a RICO case on R. Kelly, but he the only one that gets picked up? A RICO, the biggest part of the RICO is the O part, organization, right? So that means there's more than one person. It's organized. But R. Kelly's the only one that got picked up. His security didn't get picked up. The girls didn't get picked up. The family didn't get picked up. What about his wife? His wife was engaging in it. She's lying now, but she didn't get picked up. Because the women engage in all of this stuff. The women actually are procurers. They bring their friends. They set it up. They know who can get the drugs. The women really are the procurers in a lot of these situations, not just the victims. But see, what they tell the police is that That's what everything just did. Everything works, and then as soon as I'm like, all right, let me start the show, that's when some bullshit happens. All right. Now another piece of bullshit is happening right now. Now that everything's going well. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. What's going on, Devin D? What's going on, production expert? What's going on, Am1 Play 5? Shout outs to you. I'm telling y'all, the moment I go live, that's when shit start fucking up. Shout outs to Am1 Play 5 and this young lady. They're gonna be together. This holiday season. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let's get back into it. All right. Now, where I left off was shout outs to god damn. Shout outs to M1 Play 5 dropping the huge $10 on the Cash App. Thank you for supporting Player Talk Radio. Hold on. Oh, snap. Hold on, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go.
More. Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout outs to my broski. I appreciate you, man. And yeah, man, that's what I was about to congratulate you, man. Yeah, man. Definitely have a very safe holiday with you and your lady, because for the majority of that show, it was singles winning, then it was married and couples winning, and then it was single married women and winning, and then married and couples ended up ultimately winning in the end. Shout outs to Chris G in the building. What's going on, Steven? Compromise culture. You know what we have in the black community? We have a lot of cucked out brothers that don't even realize it, because our community, to a certain degree, if I was to break it down, I've been breaking it down all year, month, career, how we're cucked in a way. What's going on? What's going on, Toya? Good to see you. And then you have the courtesan class. A lot of black men are cucked. Even politically, we're cucked and fucked. But we're cucked, right? And then you have a courtesan class to cater to le cucked. What's going on, Mace? Shout outs to you, players. Shout outs to everybody here, man. My bad. My shit is fucking up. All right. Now, I was telling you guys how Charlemagne is lying here, because I've pointed it out and even made jokes about it. He said he's going to say I've never seen a RICO case and only one person goes down. And I've said that years ago. I said, how is there a RICO case on R. Kelly and he's the only one that gets arrested? They didn't arrest the women. They didn't arrest the security guards. They didn't arrest other artists that's probably tied in with Diddy right now. They didn't arrest the families. They didn't arrest none of those girls. They didn't arrest his wife. Oh, yeah, the wife was a part of it, too. The freak-offs. I think R. Kelly's freak-offs were more belligerent than Diddy's. But let me say something, though. I was talking about how it works, because in the P game, and I'm talking about the pimping, a lot of black men are locked out from running brothels to the point that they got to run them illegally. And what happens when that happens? Well, they're locked out of the market, right? Locked out of the market. Shout outs to Shattered Star Games. He was giving y'all the game where he was telling you, where some of these laws came from. So you're locked out of the market when it comes to this P game. And then when you get knocked, you go to jail for trafficking and all kinds of different. You go to jail for an eternity. And the person that's more vital and that's more potent and keep things going on in the operation, the madame, she gets to walk free. She doesn't get charged. They look at a madame as a whole, and the madame is worse than the pimp. With this Diddy situation, first of all, he can't admit that he was guilty. Second of all, you know, the women be securing the other girls. They make them comfortable. They bring their friends. You know, they know the plugs. They damn near supply the drugs. They're the ones coming with it. You understand what I'm saying? What was Diddy using Young Miami for to go get? Pink cocaine. You know? So they be the main ones. And then, you know, go listen to Gunna. Had to stop, get some perks for this lady. The girls be the drug addicts. I'm sorry. I know Diddy is he's not the most he's not innocent by the long stretch. But does Diddy look like he has a drug problem? They were talking about how he used IV. Well, I'll let this go. Anyway, we're gonna get into it. But why didn't R. Kelly's wife go down? You know, Cassie was doing her thing also. I'm just saying there's more guilty people than the big bad wolf. You know, there's more guilty people than the big bad wolf. If that's the way we're going, you know, if that's the way we're coming at it.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
All right. Use your common sense. Use your common sense, y'all.
So you haven't been with any underage girls?
Why would I let y'all catch me again for something I ain't do before that I'm gonna get caught for again? That's stupid. Which camera I'm lying to? That's stupid. That's not even common sense. Where's your common? That's stupid.
What about the alleged unspeakable things in a dark room?
Woo! Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hope that camera keep going. This is not the truth.
So you really want to play the victim right now?
You're fucking killing me. You're fucking killing me. 30 years of my career. 30 years of my fucking career. I've been fucking these young bitches 30 years of my career. Now y'all wanna kill me. This is not me. This is not me. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. Hey!
All right. Hold on. Let's check the poll real quick. 14 votes. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button before you vote. Shout out to the new subscribers. Growing at a very good rate, y'all. Do black people live in a compromised culture? 43% unanimously, goddamn, says, yeah, we do. Straight up. 21% said, no, I don't think so. 21% says, I'm still trying to figure it out. 14% says, yeah. We're cooked. All right. Interesting. Very interesting.
I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
All right. Well, at least we're aware of it. And this election year is probably making us even more aware. All right, let's get it.
And Diddy is just being targeted.
How do you get flued out? You're not even from the States. How do you get flued out? Flued out multiple times against your will. How do you get flued out? To me. Now, when I heard this, I laughed. I'm not even gonna lie. The ketamine part, I laughed because niggas don't know what ketamine is or what it does. Let's go down, emo. Niggas don't know what ketamine is and what it does, right? So let me tell you what ketamine is. Ketamine is horse tranquilizer. Okay? It's horse tranquilizer. Now it depends on how you take it, but there's only really one way to take it. You sniff it. Okay? Because I know you niggas don't know what it is. And people take advantage of that. Shout outs to Devin D in the place to be. Yes, y'all hit the Cash App. Shout outs to Young J. Young J, I still got you on the microphone. And not the microphone. Well, I got you on the microphone and the camera because actually you want to save money on the camera and have a decent mic, lavalier mic hooked up to it. All right. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Now, you can sniff ketamine. The problem is, though, you need to do bumps. You need to do bumps, or you need to do a certain amount. Don't do too much, especially if you're not used to it. Don't do too much, because guess what happens when you do too much ketamine? You go into something called the K-hole. Okay. Now, if you're in the UK, if you're in other places, you know what I'm talking about, because in certain places, like I know for sure in the UK, it's a social drug. And it's to help relax people. But what happens is when you go into the K-hole, you need somebody to carry you out. You know what I'm saying? You pass out. You know, you're done. So when people be like, "Oh, somebody drugged me," and it's like, "Well, what drugs were you?" I was taking ketamine. Yeah, you can't hold yourself. That's what you did. That's what you did. You know, certain drugs have certain effects. So this bitch can't hold herself, but gonna say it's a whole bunch of different things. As soon as they mention ketamine, I'm like, oh, she can't hold herself. She can't hold herself. Go look at the K-hole. It's a real thing. Let's get it.
She blacked out. She was in and out of consciousness.
That's the blackout. The in and out of consciousness thing is K-holing yourself. So you trying to pick this large bitch up. Probably hit her foot on something. She probably fell, hit her head on something. You made sure she got home safe. Fellas, how much times have you gone to a party and not even just women? Some of the people there are just doing too much. You can't even relax and enjoy yourself because you got to play babysitter. Why are we acting like this is not common? But anyway, it's Diddy's. The Devin D in the place to be. Sharing the stream as always. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I absolutely appreciate you. Let's get it.
Soon resume.
Imagine partying with somebody and paying the millions now because they partied with you.
Doesn't specify where she actually lives, but she says that they met overseas, and in between that time, they begin to see each other at all of his homes.
So you know what's funny? And it's not even, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie. They're doing it with celebrities right now. They're doing it with celebrities. And these are the last people that they want to do it to. I mean, honestly, women will get a little bit further. Well, I would say the average woman will get a little bit further by doing this with average men, because they can be a little bit more sneaky. Dudes can't get lawyers and all kinds of stuff or whatever, but they're going for the bank. They're doing it with the men that they shouldn't be doing it with. So, we had something called the wall of silence, where men wasn't just trying to deal with women like that, you know, because of the stuff that women were doing. You know, men wasn't even really trying to, you know, really just deal with women like that, right? But it looks like this time around in the square world, y'all, that women are forcing the next wall of silence. You know, women are forcing the next wall of silence. Because in the yesterworld, it was another form, and rest in peace to Alan Roger Curry, of the beta male revolution. You know, men was going through this grace period with women. They didn't know what they were going to do, but they knew what they wasn't going to do, right? Which ushered in the wall of silence, where this is where you start getting your gangs like the MGTOWs, SYSBM, you know, even a lot of MRAs, you know, brothers that were fighting, family men, you know what I'm saying, that was fighting for custody of their kids. They had to, you know, start venturing off, going their separate ways and start doing their thing, right? So now women are forcing the men's hand at this point when it comes down to, you know, this type of shit. But I'm going to tell you the crazy part about all of this, y'all. I'm going to tell you the crazy part about all of this. Yeah, these little online gangs. And they're gangs too, because I sat back the other day and I'm like, damn, you know, all these dudes that's like trying to bully me in these YouTube spaces, which is funny as fuck. Because these are losers. These are geeks. These are nerds. These are like certified fuck boys, you know? And I hate to say it, not to come off as a pookie, but some of the people talking shit about me and doing these antics and asking me certain things, it's like, bro, you around my way, you'll get robbed. They won't even listen to that bullshit you talk. They just straight up rob you. You will get rizobbed. Like it's a jizob. You'll get robbed. Like on the internet, it'd be the geekiest looking dude talking the most shit. You know? I thought it was being cool too. These niggas ain't even nerds. They just fuck boys. They're not even nerds. I can't even disrespect nerds like that, because a lot of nerds, for some reason, think I don't like them, and I'm like, nigga, I'm one of y'all. Street dudes are more nerdy. Listen, everything is totally crossed out. The women are the niggas are women, and street dudes are more nerdy than the actual so-called nigga nerds. These nigga nerds look at where the manosphere at. These nigga nerds are pathetic. Utterly pathetic. Shout outs to Big Cap. He said, every party I ever had, I never got to enjoy because niggas were more turned up than me. Yeah, you gotta start playing babysitter. And Super Bet, I just cut out, you said, I just cut back onto my drinks and it's supposed to be me turning up. It always happens. You know? Yeah, real nerds stay out the way. They got other shit going on. Shout outs to N1 Play 5. No, being a nerd and not getting women are not the same thing. That's true. Being a nerd and not getting women are not the same thing. You can be fly and smart. That's very true. If you a lame, you a lame. If you said I'm a top engineer in the country, but I stay fly. Niggas is not nerds. You said niggas is not nerds. They are lames. Yeah. Cause that's what it was. And you know what? I said it long time ago. That the manosphere fooled me and it fooled a lot of other people. And let me tell you too many bitch ass niggas out here. And let me tell you something. Cause I said it this exact same way years ago, and One Play 5. Shouts to Tech Rel in the building. I said it this exact same way years ago. You got a lot of lame ass dudes hiding behind the moniker of nerd and geek. You know? It's like, yeah, you might be a nerd or you might be a geek, but you a lame-o first. You a lame-o first. And it's funny how much people hide behind this moniker to get women and men, not even just women, because there's men in this space to feel sorry and sad for them. It's not just to get women to feel sorry for them. It's to get men to feel sorry for them also. And give them free shows and free consultations and free products. And then they turn around and tell niggas that they don't have no game. It's like, bro, you don't get to determine that. You know, it's up for speculation for some niggas, but we know for a fact you don't have no game. You know, and there's nothing wrong with being on the internet, you know, soaking up game. You know, looking to soak up game, looking to get some type of knowledge. There's really nothing wrong with that, you know, because sometimes in the midst of me frying and cooking them niggas up, you know, I say like, hey, you know, but there's nothing wrong with looking for game on the internet or looking to sharpen your tools on the internet, you know, because at least if somebody's looking to sharpen up their game on the internet, they're looking to sharpen up a sword that they know they have. You know, they're looking to capitalize on something that they know they own. But when you have a lot of dudes talking and it's like, bro, but you don't have no game. You don't know what it is. You're trying to attain it. You know, people that have attained certain things will do their research. If I own a Mustang, you damn straight, which I've owned plenty of Mustangs, but you damn straight I'm about to get on the internet and go look up more information about my car. Damn, I didn't know it did that. You know? And then nigga will be like, oh, read the owner's manual. There's some things that ain't in the owner's manual. You know, so you do your research, especially if you're a thinking man. But what And1 Play 5 said is absolutely goddamn true. Goddamn true. And1 Play 5 said, don't go out with niggas, man. Just bring women around you. Or you go out solo. I ain't been out with niggas in 10 years. I ain't bring men with me, laughing my ass off. That's some real shit. Unless it's like your homeboy, you and him probably go out, go chill and shit like that. And probably y'all go get some women. But, you know, I ain't trying to get you in trouble, And1 Play 5. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give y'all some real game, right? The majority of these dudes in the manosphere are dudes that chase bitches away. They repel bitches. They are bitch repellent. You know what I'm saying? They are bitch repellent. And you will go from being a real friend to a dentist real quick, trying to help these niggas. They are bitch repellent. And to help them not be the bitch repellent that they are, you will have to pull their teeth. You will have to pull their teeth to get them to do something simple. You will have to pull their teeth to get them to do something simple. Right? Shout outs to And1 Play 5 again, doubling up, dropping the huge $5 on the Cash App. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hold on.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Shout outs to And1 Play 5.
If I broke, now my business.
They are bitch repellent. And they will get in your way of helping them. You know? They will get in your way of helping them. Shout out to And1 Play 5. He said, yes, they doing the mad grift, the mad free grift. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Try to bully people out of free content. And then wonder why it don't work for them. Shout outs to Royce J in the building. What's going on, player? Royce J says, get out of there, Cuda. Don't expose the lame hiding behind the nerd title. Oh, man, I'm about to do a pre-record on that. Because I've talked about it several times and I've done videos on it, but I think we need to do an updated video on it. They do that shit to get sympathy from men. They do that shit to get sympathy from men. Let me tell you something. And pickup artists, players, and a lot of people used to laugh at it. They used to laugh at it back in the day. They used to laugh at it vehemently. It's when you become a player or a Mac or whatever, you think you're gonna get a whole bunch of women. You think you're gonna get a whole bunch of women, which you will on your own merit. But guess what it attracts? You know what? When you become a player or a dating coach or a guy that's knowledgeable and you give out the game, you think that it's gonna attract. You would think that it's gonna attract more women. You know what it attracts? More men. It attracts more men, and unfortunately, some of the men that it does attract are a lot of these lame-o cats, straight up lames. Straight up lames, y'all. and they are dipped. They have relinquished themselves. They have soaked themselves not in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, but in bitch repellent. They are the type of dudes that you cannot bring women around. And if you bring women around them, those women will immediately leave you or ask questions like that. So that's your friend. That's kind of, because women, when you hang around these niggas, you're just the king of weird niggas at that point. You don't even get no social status or points by hanging out with some of these niggas. And I remember I used to bring my friend around. I used to get a girl. He'd be like, "Yo, ask her if she got a friend or whatever," because I'm chilling with him and shit like that. And I remember one time I brought a girl for him. This nigga got drunk and got super aggressive and blew the girl, and just I end up having to entertain the girl and her friend the whole time while he go sit down and go play 2K. All right. Now, shout outs to my bro, Royce J. I appreciate you guys supporting the show. I'm going to do a second show tonight. This is a quick show, but shout outs to Royce J. dropping the huge $10 on the Cash App. Hold on, here we go.
Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout outs to Royce J, always supporting the show. Shout outs to everybody supporting the show. It's Player Talk Radio. You said, "Yep, I'm from the." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we from the same. I was just talking about it on the last show. We from the Mac Lessons. We from the Mac Lessons Radio. Neil Strauss. Oh man, I forgot about him. So Suave Forum days. Man, I forgot about So Suave. Dang, I haven't heard that name in a minute. I forgot about that forum. My bad. I didn't look. I remember about the So Suave days and the Player Supreme and all them other guys. Man, shit. Tuh. You know? Ask Kwasi. Yeah, they repel people. Yeah, the older you get, this is the less niggas you're gonna hang out with. Absolutely. But they hide behind nerds. They absolutely hide behind nerds. Okay? You said, hell yeah, the truth be hell yeah, because the truth be told, a lot of pookies like video games and anime too. Yeah, and they're the main, they the main nerds. Yeah, that's your mans. That's who you hang out with. You said I make women watch anime after I buy them clothes. You can mix the game in. Yeah. Honestly, too. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a reward factor. You know, all right. You know, you want that little, you know, little $15-$10 dress at Marshall's. All right, but look, you have to cook me some food. We're gonna have a nice evening. You're gonna have to cook me some food, and we're gonna watch we're gonna watch Hunter x Hunter and call it a day. Nothing wrong with that. But you know what dudes in this space will be like? What's going on, Andre? You know what dudes in this space will be like? Is that tricking? I feel it's like, bro, if you're not a player for the most part, because squares are afraid of this too. But if you don't like the game and you're not a player for the most part, you shouldn't be worried about tricking. You shouldn't be worried about tricking at all whatsoever. All right, let's get it. All right. And that's the thing, you know, women have an endless to-do list. Women have a never-ending to-do list. So there's always something that she gonna want. And the crazy thing is, and women know what I'm talking about, you know, some people feel better having somebody else do it for them. Some people feel better having somebody else do it for them. Now, I don't want this to go by. That same woman did a video. Let me see if I can find it. That was on the Breakfast Club. This same woman did a video. Hold on. About what not to ask a woman. Everybody's hold on. It's another one though. Let me show y'all something. Actually, let me hone in on the Breakfast Club real quick. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you how quick our talking points and stuff in this manosphere gets spread around. Look at this.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for GS. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about this 666 rule that the New York Post had a discussion about, did an article on. And they're saying that the 66...
Now, their latest shit. You see how they presented? Oh, this is some new shit. The 666 rule. Hell, even the guy that made a lot of our manosphere shit mainstream. Yeah, I heard they will. Yeah, hold on. Let me do this. Yeah, I was thinking about it, Miss V. Thank you, because I wasn't gonna put it up there, but look, we're gonna use the audio because it ain't nothing to see anyway. Shout outs to Miss V in the place to be. How are you? Now, they taking a lot of our stuff. All right. Even Kevin Samuels, the guy that made a lot of our shit mainstream. This is where it comes from. What's the 666? 600 horsepower car, 6 feet, 6 inch, you know what? 6 figures, and then some other goofball shit. All manosphere talking points. Get the manosphere out the way so you can become them. Let's get it.
666 rule refers to men who are 6 feet tall, have a six-pack, and make over 6 figures. Now, women claim
6-pack, and then I think the ring or some shit. Hold on.
To be using this rule to find men, but is this actually hurting them?
Yes. And let me start, please.
Because they're looking for a unicorn, you know, or a basketball player. 6 feet tall, 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 inch, 600 horsepower car, and then some other goofball shit. What's going on, Eric Bird?
Because I want to tell all of you women out there.
Calm down,
and the funny thing is that hypergamy says that they can want that man all they want. Does that man want them back, though? This
is just a satanic equation.
Calm down,
666. This is why you...
Shout out to N1 Play 5. He said, also being tall, you have to be a hustler. I'm 6'3", but I get a bag. If you're tall and you're not balling, women will... Yeah, you just, you know... I ain't gonna lie. Nobody wants to look like a big goofy. You know, nobody wants to look like a big goofy. And then, you know, in the black community, they're like, man, he's tall for no reason. Why don't he go play basketball? You know, they always you know, niggas, they always default to basketball and shit. You know, it's like, yeah, you know, we could do other things than just basketball, my guy. you do know we could do other things other than basketball. I kick your ass down the street. But, you know, why that man tall like that? He need to play basketball. And then let me tell y'all something. Speaking of basketball, this is what got women and a lot of people confused, right? This is what got women and a lot of people confused. You know, you start to believe that being tall is nothing special when it actually really is. Being tall, you know what I'm saying? I think I was just talking to War Master about this the other day. Being tall is actually special. You want to know why? Because not too many people are tall. It's rare to find somebody tall like that. But you know what people do? They watch the NBA all day. They watch a lot of ESPN. They watch a lot of Sports Center. And they start thinking that being tall is common. It's like, it's not common at all. It's not common. It's just that when you watch Sports Center and you watch, what's going on, Shinobi? You watch all of these shows and stuff like that. You're looking at a concentration of tall people. So if you're looking at a whole bunch of tall people, it will dupe you into believing that being tall is common, and it's not. And let me tell y'all something. We talked about it when we were talking about the balloon pop show. Women are not a good judge of height. Women are absolutely not a good judge of height. They don't know how to judge height. It'd be a dude that's like 6'1", and she'd be like, "Well, you're I'm taller than you," and stuff like that, because she has on heels, and this bitch is like 5'7". And it's like, ma'am, let me tell y'all something. A lot of women don't even know men wore heels before them. They took the heels from men. Anyway. You said that's the point, 666. No, it's more six. It's the 6 6s. But some women do get 666 because they are the devil. Medical technical careers, right? You said no difference than stealing Nelly Manilli. What do you mean, emo? Y'all hit the Cash App, support the show. Thank you everybody that has been supporting the show. We got a quick show, but we're gonna do a second show, man. You guys definitely showed out on today's show, so definitely I gotta bring y'all some more content. I got a lot in the chamber for y'all. All right, y'all continue to hit the like button and support the show. You say, yeah, basketball players are not even the top ballers. I'm in NYC. There's tech billionaires who's walking around mad regular. Absolutely. And people would never know. And they don't dress like that, and they don't really show off. They don't really show off like that. The appearance of mad tall people makes everyone think it's regular. Yeah, because it's a concentration. Yep. You said only like 5% of men in the world will have a 6-pack abs, which is more rare than money. You said, yep, abs are important. It shows women you stay in shape and you care about yourself. Well, the only reason why they ask about it is because it's a and you should know, and one, because you come from the old school, so we actually have the keys, to tell you the truth. But it's more of a physical imperative. The reason why they go after athletes, and the reason why they go after fit men and the appearance of men that seem to be fit, is because you can produce healthy offspring. And it's genetics. You know what I'm saying? It's genetics. Okay? Women love genetics. Okay? All right? Women are more quirkier than men think. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys y'all gotta figure this out. Women are more quirkier than y'all think. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth too. A lot of women, they like little quirks that come with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to women that are turned on by like little quirky things. Like, for example, like when I hold my hands downward for a long time, you know what happens? I start to get veins in my arms. There's a lot of women that are attracted to that. When they see a vein, like the veins in in the man's like arms, especially in his forearms, they like to see like that strong vein or veins in his hands. Oh, they love that. They love that. There's a lot of women that will tell you that that's what they like. They go crazy over veins. And it's a quirk, right? But you know where that quirk comes from? It comes from it comes from a genetic thing. All right, let's go.
Keep missing your blessings because you're telling the universe you're looking for 666. So you're looking for the devil? How about stay open to whatever God has?
No, it's 6 6s. See, black people's comprehension skills are shot. All right, that's why I keep telling y'all, you got to be a player about your you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't even just say your comprehension skills, but you got to be a player about how you soak up game. All right, and that requires you to be a very good listener, and also too, real players read. Don't let the world make you think that all players are pookies and shit like that. That's some bullshit. Real players read, because our ability to soak up game is one of our greatest ability. Real players read. All right, what's going on? Antisocial Socialite podcast. Yeah, sexy forearms. Yep. Yeah. See, women will tell you. All right.
As plan for you, because God's plan works. Your little 666 satanic one doesn't.
What's wrong with him? Can I speak to the woman in the room?
Yeah, I will say I'm not with the.
Yeah, shit, no homo. I'll take a picture of it. I'll show it to you when I hold my hands down for a good minute. Or it's veins galore.
Ideology stuff and like the so the 666 that does scare me a bit. But with women wanting guys of a certain height, certain body type, certain job caliber, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. If you're
and I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Now you got people commenting on shit they don't even understand, using our talking points. Because the funny part is that us here in the manosphere, we know where the 6'6" come from. We know why women want dudes with 6 inches. We know why women want dudes with 6 figures. We know why women want dudes at 6 feet. We know why. A lot of the average people in these celebrities and shock jock and radio, they don't know. They don't know.
You're okay with, you might miss out on some other people that could be cool. I do have certain things that I do like guys to be taller, but it's because I'm tall. Right. And then when I put on heels,
see, they all say the same shit. Why do you want to talk? I'm tall. Why do you want a guy that makes more than you? Because I make this. Come on now. If a woman makes a certain amount of money, you can walk up to that woman and automatically say, you want a guy that makes more than you, right? How'd you know? You say this, all of y'all say the same shit. I've walked around pretending to be a psychic at one point, even though I am a psychic. It's like, it's obvious as day. Land the plane. Obvious as day. Okay? So that's what's going to happen. If she's tall, she wants somebody taller. But I will say this, though. Shout outs to my trees, shout outs to the tall trees, because I do know some tall girls, some goofy tall chicks, because femininity ain't got no business being that tall. I know some goofy tall women that has and will date, I guess what they call them these days, the short kings. I don't know.
I'm tall as heck. Can I say the other word?
Yes, you can say hell.
I'm tall as hell. So it looks weird in photos, and like I just feel weird sitting next to somebody.
Right, because his money is his money. His money is my money, and my money is my money. Right. He's a bank account. He's a savings plan.
I'm hovering over you. So
I always thought it was stupid when a woman says, "I'm not going to talk to a guy because of his height." I always thought that was stupid because I feel
because everything the same when we sideways. I don't get it. Everything the same when we sideways. So.
Like, even though Charlamagne's a short man, I do feel like sometimes you could be blocking your blessing. If you have a connection with somebody, the height should not matter.
That is true.
It's your connection. Because somebody is like in Charlamagne's sense, 6 inches too short or whatever it may be. If a connection is there, a connection is there.
That is true. And if I met it, I told you yesterday, I'm like, I wouldn't be like, no, you too short. I would at least be like, well, let me see. You would have to be fire short for me to do it, only because I think it's my subconscious of like, I know I'm so tall. I just don't like she's so tall. Like, and then I'm sitting next to you so little.
That takes confidence. It shouldn't matter.
No, I want my man to be taller than me.
What if that 6 foot man, Lauren, only dates a woman with all 10 fingernails? You know what I'm saying? What if? By
the time he meet me, I'm gonna have him.
You ain't got him now. So what if he met you right now? Oh my God. And you only got
judge me on my 9 nails. My 9 nails.
You got 9 nails because one of them fell off.
That wouldn't be fair. Because what's the background? I was cleaning my home. I'm domesticated. That's why this nail is off.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Anonymous. I'm calling from Jersey. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Charlotte.
You said the other 6 is 6 months out of a relationship. That's hilarious. I don't think that's the other 6, but you know what? We can run with that. We can put up with that. That's hilarious. And one play 5 says, bro, low key, the short niggas have more game than yeah, a lot of them do. Some of the baddest women I've ever seen were with some short dudes, man. Absolutely. Even fat dudes. You got fat dudes running around here with endless dimes, you know? So when I saw the Drewski Ruby Rose thing, I'm like, oh, okay, it made sense. You know, it made sense. Cause I know some fat dudes, you know, you keep her laughing and shit, she'll forget that you're fat. Yeah, fat dudes be pulling like a motherfucker, bro. You already know this. You know? Hell, even look at Patrice. You know, the fat funny dudes. If you're a fat dude and you're truly funny, you don't have no shortage in women. You don't have no shortage in women. Even my friend, I forgot the dude's name. He's a comedian. Y'all seen him some skits with him before. My boy, Drewski was tricking, but my boy, Richie Rich, right? But Drewski can get a Ruby Rose, so let's not do that, right? But he does this skit where he's trying to talk to this girl and she's not talking to him, and then his fat friend comes like right behind him and be like real belligerent, and then once he come behind him and say something belligerent to her, he'd be like, boy, wow, now I got 2 bitches. I didn't even say nothing, and these bitches are going. and then he'd be laughing. The shit is funny. I got to show you the skit to show y'all what I'm talking about, but it's funny as hell, you know? And let me tell y'all something. I know some little bitches, little baddies that like big bear type niggas. Niggas built like a bear. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've gotten rejected by women that like big bear type niggas. You know? Or after me, you know, after I dated them, they go to these big polar bear ass niggas, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, and usually what convinced me that they like those type of dudes was that, oh, their father was probably those type of guys, you know? Because, you know, women do go after dudes that kind of, you know, that's like their father. And, you know, some of these girls, they daddy's girls, you know? Y'all niggas, y'all really want to start dating daddy's girls. The majority of dudes never really date daddy's girls like that. Because daddy's girls, they operate a lot different. All right? And then you never know what type of father she got. You know, she probably had a good father. And, you know, every time he come through the door, she gives him a big ass hug. And he give her one of them big bear hugs. It's like hugging the couch. So that's probably what she's accustomed to. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You know? Yeah, the Biggie Rick Ross vibes, the Barry Whites. The big dudes always been in style. But you had to at least be funny. You had to know how to sing and shit like that. And then the big dude gonna protect you. You know? What's going on, Link? And then if you go to certain places like Asia, why the big dudes got chosen was because if you that big, I know the fat jokes go far, you know what I'm saying? But come on, we older now. We can make a couple fat jokes. If you that big, you know where some fucking food at. So let's not play around. If you that big, you know where some goddamn food at. Yeah, the Buddha archetype. Right. Yeah, like the big dude is the most famous Buddha. The big Buddha is the most famous one. You know, and like I said, if you know, women aren't dumb. If you that big, you know where some fucking food at. You know? So even in the black community, the men follow the women. Hence the title of the shows. A lot of these dudes don't want no. A lot of these dudes, if you listen to them, they don't want no stand-up woman like that. They happen to find one, but they don't go after the stand-up women like that. They go after the little courtesans type, the courtesans, which make men cucked by nature. I'm not saying that if you like hoes or promiscuous women, that makes you a cuck. But if you're a square or you don't have any game, a lot of dudes, the archetype that they are, can't afford to be cucked the way that a lot of dudes in the black community are cucked. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? See, a player or a P can handle a woman that wants to be that type of way. But anyway, you know, And that's because you got game, man. 1 play 5. You don't gotta. You're not a. You already know certain things. I'm not gonna be mad at a guy because he likes hoes. Hoes are people too, and they're very fun women. Oh, hoes, you can have a lot of fun with hoes. This is why I don't see why people going in on Diddy like that. You can have endless fun with hoes, but you got to be careful though. You got to be careful though. Got to be careful. All right.
Good morning, Laura.
Thank you. When you're on the radio,
Yeah,
all you have to do is
you can overdose on the fun. You got to slow yourself down. You got to slow yourself down because you can get cucked too. We know this all too well. But when these girls cheat, or where these guys cheat and stuff like that, or these guys, that's supposed to be notable men, like these politicians and stuff like that. Man, listen, I bet you Diddy had some politicians at his house. Somebody said the Obamas. Uh-oh.
change your name. You don't have to say you're anonymous.
That's all right, Miss
Pick a name. Pick a name you always wanted to be. What would be your stripper name?
Diamond.
Oh, not Diamond. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Okay. Right. Good morning, Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
That's worse.
Tell us your thoughts on the 666 rule.
Some unoriginal shit.
Well, I was just saying that the other 6, from what I know, doesn't stand for the 6-pack. It stands for the 6-inch package, if I could say that on the radio.
Yeah, you can. Okay.
6-inch penis?
Wow.
Yeah. So you don't care about the 6-pack. You care about the
so it's 6 feet. But
girls be fronting when they say
the
that.
6 figure, I can kind of work with that because I make 6 figures. But yeah, the guy I'm with, he's 6'3", well over 6 inches, and he's working on his way to the 6-figure salary, so I'm good.
Charlamagne jealous right now.
Girls be fronting when they say that.
Don't be, Charla. Look, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Ma'am, I'm not jealous because I measured my penis a long time ago. I am 7 inches 3/4. Okay, 8.
Goodbye.
8 in the summer.
Goodbye, Cinnamon.
8 when it's warm out. The average size of a penis is 5.1 inches when erect.
This stuff
so I'm above average.
Well,
okay.
I know your cookies on your computer. Hate to see you coming because that is
mad,
crazy.
mad,
like what?
Looking up lube, mad looking up the average size of penis.
But Diddy's guilty, y'all.
Say that about men's sizes. I don't think that that's true because if you really love a guy, you let him try and figure it out a little bit, even if he's not the biggest. Like
figure what out?
Where how to make stuff go, even though it's not the most well endowed.
Slippery. Killing me. What?
800-585-1051. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the New York Post. They recently did an article on the 666 rule, and the 666 rule is women are looking for guys that
all these people are stealing content from the manosphere, and we can't even rebut. We can't even rebut because all the people that will rebut, they're new here and they stealing content too. Amazing.
Are at least 6 foot tall.
Yeah. If you don't rock that box day one, you out of here. By their standard too, by women's standard. But I will say this too. It depends on how you go about it. Certain women, you got to be strategic. If you rock that box on day one, sometimes, what's going on, Larry? Sometimes make sure you don't climax. Now, some people, what the term they got for it? What they call it now, because now everything's a new term, right? They call it edging, but that's not edging. Some women will definitely, especially a pleased woman will definitely want to bring you to climax. And if she up there squirting and doing all kinds of shit, and she knows she didn't really bring you to climax like that, yeah, she gonna make it her duty to meet up with you and pour into you the next time, or definitely want to deal with you long term. All right. And honestly, I know some fool is gonna be, why would you do that? I'm trying to bust my nut. Why would you do that? No, you turn that girl out when you first meet her and stuff like that. Because sometimes y'all be missing out on women that y'all put in the girlfriend category, and she don't do no damn follow-up with you. Y'all be missing out on girlfriends in the category. Yeah. Round 2, women be going Super Saiyan, right? I'm actually gonna have a pre-record talking about that. I was told to make a book about it. I don't know if I want to do that just yet, but I'm not even gonna lie. What's not talked about though, fellas, is that first if you go some rounds. See, a lot of y'all be into trick sex, so y'all don't know about this. But a lot of y'all, that first round of sex, women be getting dudes up out the paint. You know, that first round of sex to get your ass up out the paint. It's like shit. Hold on, let me recharge real quick. Niggas got to recharge like Piccolo and come back on the second round and shit. So hey, you know, we're gonna talk about it on a later date. No homo. But let's go.
Have a 6-pack and make over 6 figures. Ladies, is this what you're looking for as well? Call us up right now.
I can
It's the
think
Breakfast
about this
Club.
one
Good
guy
morning.
every time we say this.
Nigga got to regenerate
Morning,
like
everybody.
Piccolo.
It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the New York Post. They did an article on the 666 rule.
So now this whole 666 thing is new. Man, that shit old as hell.
All right. Now, the 666 rule is a rule that refers to women that are looking for men that are 6 feet tall, have a 6-pack, and make over 6 figures. Now, ladies, is this what you're looking for? Let's go to the phone lines.
Obviously.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning.
Why don't y'all ask the people y'all stole it from?
This is Nisha.
Hey, Nisha, good morning. Talk to us. What do you think about the 666 rule?
I think that 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Like, you just pick your 2.
What's the New York Post gonna do an article on next? Oh, hypergamy, this brand new word sweeping the nation.
Right.
2 out of 3. Okay, that's what you're looking for.
Why are there no God-fearing women calling up here saying that they don't want no 666? You do realize that's Satan's equation?
I'm God-fearing sitting right in front of you, and I just said.
You ain't nothing but the devil.
Hello, who's this?
I woke up and hello, hey, this is Taisha from Hampton.
Hey, 757. What's going on, mama?
Hey, so what's the 666 rule? 6 feet, 6 figures, and what's the other one?
6-pack.
6-pack.
Oh God. It's called the 666, yo.
I'm gonna say I think that's a little bit unrealistic, and some women may be blocking their blessings with that. I mean, because if you look at it, the average person doesn't make 6 figures, you know, or 6 feet. So, I mean, they may be blocking their blessings, and especially if you don't bring, you know, the same things to the table, 6 figures. Then
That's right.
maybe that's not a good idea to go with that standard.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to my 5'5" king.
This is why you're going to be
Thank you,
blessed.
mama.
Thank you for shouting out all the 5'5" kings, short kings. We out here.
Damn.
But this is why you're going to always be blessed, because you
Hey.
understand that God's plan works and yours doesn't. All of these women calling up here
Yeah.
talking about they want this 666 rule. They ain't nothing but the devil. That's why, and you said it.
Thank
That's
you,
why they
Taisha.
missing their blessings.
You so silly.
Thank you, mama.
Short kings, we out here being angry. And shit.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Tiffany.
Hey, what's up, Tiffany? Where you calling from?
Hell.
I'm calling from
Tiffany with the epiphany. Let's go.
Peekskill, New York,
Okay.
and I'm at work.
Okay.
All right. Now we're talking about this 666 rule. What's your thoughts on it?
All right, so my thoughts is on it. First, Charlamagne, I did agree with you about the satanic meaning, but about the 666. However, 666 has an angel meaning too. Like it creates balance and what else it says? Self-care and reflection on what truly matters in life. However, I just feel like whoever created the 666 rule about a man being 6 feet tall, having 6 abs and 6 figures is just a bit much. I think it's a bit of a stretch because y'all know y'all heifers ain't even out here with men who's making 4 figures.
Ooh.
So let's be real. But at the end of the day, if you could have like at least 6 inches, don't
That's Remy Ma right there.
have 6 kids and got at least a 6 cents, we good in my book.
Ma'am, can I have my angel numbers right here. Can I tell you what 666 means in angel numbers? Huh? It means
Yes.
your thoughts need some refocusing. This is a reminder that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Reconnect with your spirituality. That's what 666 means.
And the funny thing is that the 666 actually doesn't mean the devil. I told y'all several times where that shit came from. But anyway. Black people. Black people, black people, black people. Black people, black people, black people.
Well, thank you.
Here you go, Charlamagne. Listen, I said I did, okay? But listen, it's a numerology thing with the 666 stuff, so it's not always satanic, is all I wanted to say. However, back to the topic with the 666 stuff, it's a little bit dumb to me, if you ask.
Thank you, mama.
You hear that, Lauren? Dumb.
Now,
I said I'm not like living by that whole thing.
Salute to T. Neely. T. Neely, he's a brother. He's a little hurt, I could tell right now. He said it's not right. You can't control your penis size or your height size.
That's what it's for. It's to go after things that men can't control. We don't got the triple D's.
But you can control how much you make in this life. So it's actually 1 out of 3 realistic. He's a brother.
Right.
And sometimes, like, you know, the little shrimp guy community, they get good at knowing what to do with it, even though it's not a lot of it there. So, you know, I think
the little
women should be open. And
Itty bitty shrimp dick.
What is wrong with you? Now, somebody says this is why black men run to white women. They don't shame penis size.
A lot of white women believe in that 666 shit too. So anyway,
that's
I'm a black woman in here not shaming. Y'all just want reasons to run to wherever. Like, please.
Yeah, if you want a white woman, say you want a white woman. Don't blame that on nobody. Okay.
Some positive vibes said, what happened to doing things naturally? Just let things flow on its own. Who cares about the whole 666 idea? And I agree.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I keep telling y'all, God's plan works. Yours doesn't. If
you know what I've learned in this last year of dating?
What? First of all, you ain't been on no dating. You ain't learned a goddamn thing.
What did you
know what I'm saying? Ain't learned a damn thing. You ain't been in no classroom.
Let me know when y'all done.
Yeah, we done.
Are y'all finished? Are y'all done?
What did you learn?
Are y'all finished? Or y'all done?
No, what did you learn?
Because I feel like I was on something prolific, and y'all just like y'all
ain't nobody believe that.
You know what I learned from dating this shit? What you learned? You single? What you learn?
You just gotta flow. You can't force stuff. You just gotta. If you meet a person and it's working, let it go where it's gonna go. If it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. It's okay.
And it could be you.
And it could be. And
you think it's you?
It probably.
I don't think that it's me. I don't. But it could be for other people.
Uh-huh.
Nah, some situations it could have been me. And in those situations, you.
In my DMs, all people say is Lauren. Lauren is the problem. It's you.
And like I told you, and they didn't tell you I'm a great problem to have. So I'm not trying to hear nothing.
But we have Just with the Mess with Laura.
We're interview these Delaware dudes that be in my DM.
I'll give you the numbers, some great prospects. What'd you say?
We have Lauren Just with the Best with Laura Rosa coming up. What we talking about?
We do. Rich Homie Quan's funeral took place yesterday. So and DC Young Fly spoke, and a lot of people are talking about him speaking. I love it when he speaks, even though it was a super sad situation. But he spoke life into his family, Rich Homie Quan's family. So we are going to take a listen to that and just talk about the funeral a bit.
All right, we'll get into that next. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
All right, y'all. Look. Hold on.
So over the weekend, Boosie's.
Hold on, y'all. All right, it was a quick show. I got another show we're gonna do later on tonight. Well, this morning for you guys. So we're gonna be back later on this morning. Whew, been putting in a lot of work, y'all. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ ÇüČkİD. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We will be back later on this morning with a fresh new show. I got some stuff to run by y'all. There's a lot of stuff going on in the actual manosphere. A lot of people beefing. You got white boys running around here still. Remember I did that show and I was telling you guys, like, you got all these white boys running around here calling dudes niggas on their panels. Well, it's some more of the same. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do people beefing. So, hey, look. Like I said, not listening to hearing what I'm telling y'all at your own peril, man. You know, I've been foreseeing. I've been calling all of this stuff. And I will have some examples for y'all, man. We got some other stuff going on in the space also. A lot of people don't have no content. They running out of content. But we're going to always forever be here. Shout outs to everybody that supports the show on air, off air, because you care anywhere. Shout outs to the contributors of today's show. Shout outs to And1 Play 5 for sponsoring today's show. Shout outs to Royce J. Shout outs to Big Cap. You dig? Shout outs to everybody that hit the Cash App. I appreciate you guys. We will be back. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ ÇüČkİD, right back at the helm of today's show. Make sure you guys head over to Royce J's channel. He said he's going live in an hour. So make sure you guys head over to Royce J's channel. He said he's going live in an hour. Shout outs to Antisocial Socialite Podcast. Hold on. Dropping the huge 404 on the PayPal. Thank you so much. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ ÇüČkİD. We out. Peace. Hold on, Anti. I got you. Hold on. Shout out to Anti-Social Podcast.
Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?